Everybody, and welcome in to another edition of the Sit Down. As always, if you enjoy this live video, please make sure you hit the like button and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, if you're new around here, you just haven't done it yet or living under a rock, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that subscribe button, please, below now so you never miss another Sit Down video. What's up, everybody? We are live here on a Wednesday. It is August 3rd, 2022, and I've got plenty of things that I want to get into today. We were last live on, I think it was Thursday or Friday. Had a good live show, a lot of good participation, and I hope that today we can do something very similar. So what I'll do is I'll say hello to some people. If you're joining, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you chat with me in the chat box. That's a great way to keep the show going. A couple of things I want to get into today. I want to talk a lot about the recent fracas at the funeral of Vito Grimaldi. Really one of the more pathetic things I've seen over the last 20 years in the American mafia. And it really understates where the mafia is today, the gang-like leadership that some of it has. We're going to talk about all that. I also want to talk about some John Alite stuff. I'm posed with questions all the time about John Alite. John Alite is obviously someone that many of us know. He's someone that is in the news constantly. He is someone that people, for the most part, are not fans of. Okay, but it's important that we understand, I think, kind of who John Alite is. And I want to discuss a recent story. I also want to talk about at the beginning, what is a fact and what is going on with today's media and people's availability to it and the people that are creating it. I want to talk about that at the beginning of this show, because in this genre, it is very, very important. Okay, this is something that is an epidemic in this genre and other genres. The birth of YouTube and the involvement of regular people in YouTube, like me or anyone else that's on YouTube that provides content, is the quickness and the availability of putting out information that people take with either a grain of salt or they take literally. And there is way too much in this genre of people that are putting out content that have no significant basis of fact, understanding what a fact is. According to the dictionary, a fact is something that has actual existence, an actual occurrence, prove the fact or damage, a piece of information presented as having objective reality. There are hard facts. Okay, so again, a fact is something like Jeff Nadu has a black shirt on. Okay, this is a black shirt. We can see the color, we can see the pigment to my skin, we can see all that. Another fact would be Jeff Nadu has Michael Jordan and the Notorious B.I.G. above him. Another fact would be if I went outside and looked up and seen that the sky was blue. It's something that I can vividly look at and see. When I present a video, and I make this to be the most important goal of this channel, if I cannot provide something that has some sort of information backed up to it, something that's been looked into, something that's been widely reported, I do not put it out. Hearsay is not fact. It's that simple. And that is a major problem, not only on this platform, but in media in general. Okay. Today, if you go on Twitter, someone with 600,000 subscribers or followers could put out so-and-so has a medical problem. And hundreds of thousands of people have access to it. There is no legitimate fact to what they're saying. Now, if they provide fact, i.e. documents, photos, video, audio, something along those lines, we can look at it and say, okay, that's how the law works. For instance, if you go to a court case, there's all sorts of evidence presented because we can't just take people's words for stuff. So in the case of, let's say, someone walks into a courthouse and walks out for an arraignment, it would be important for someone reporting on that to say, okay, we have pictures of that individual walking into the arraignment. We have video of them walking out. Maybe they address the reporters. There is way too much. It is taken on by people that, again, I think have a motive of they're trying to do something legitimate. I get that. But we have to start remembering what facts are. Facts are not you hear something and throw it out. That's not a fact. A fact is something where if you say so-and-so got shot, or, there should be a medical report that states that they were shot. There should be a police report. There should be something along the lines. Because when you see a newspaper article, it doesn't just say so-and-so shot and that's it. There's info to back it up. And I know it's not easy to put together videos. It takes time, okay? I know for me, when I put a video out, for instance, the last video I put out yesterday on Bill Cotolo Jr., I spent a lot of time getting all that information together, okay? Now, in this genre specifically, people claim to be content creators. I'm going to make this clear. Taking videos that are not yours and redistributing them, to me, that is not creating content. You're taking a video and posting it. Cool. That's what you do. Fair. Content is not bringing someone on your show, letting them speak, and you take all the credit for it. That's not content. Content, interview-wise, if you do some research, you ask good questions. Content is not just saying, hey, so-and-so, tell me about your life. Okay. And letting them talk to it. That's not content. Okay. When I do content, the goal is anytime that someone watches my video, I want them to leave with the expectation of when they come in, they're going to get something good, and they're going to leave and say, you know what? I didn't know that. Or, hey, that's really great. You did a lot of good research on that. Thank you for diving in. That's one of the coolest things that I get from all this is the comments that I'm getting. Now, I know there's 5 or 10 goofy people that just don't like anything and they're not going to like what I do. I've been in this a long time. I know that. But it's important that the 98% of people that watch the video really like the content and they come back for more and they keep getting involved. And that's the reason, and that's how you build a channel. It's not drama. And I know some people, that's what they do. That's cool. But when we talk about how you create videos, creating content is not you bring up a gangster, talk about them for 5 minutes, and then talk about nonsense for the rest of it. That's not content. Okay. We need to understand in this genre what content is. There are a very select few in this genre that are truly doing mafia related content, mafia history related content. Okay, and I've talked about who those people are. We need to understand that if you are going to get in this business, you need to take responsibility for the content you create, and you have a duty to putting out good content with fact behind it. For instance, I'm going to say this once. This is no disrespect to the individual that put this video out, nor to the other individual on the video. There is a video out claiming that a certain content creator was beaten up in a strip club. Okay, it's important to understand there has been no other video, publication, or anything that has talked about this. Okay, for instance, there is a site, it is called ganglandnews.com. They are the foremost authority on news involving gangsters, informants, anyone that's been involved in the life. They have not reported this. Now, for me, I would not report this because there is no there's no other publication that has reported this. Okay, so for instance, let me talk about this. Okay, for instance, so when Tony Sirico died, okay, there were hundreds of sources that were reporting this. Hundreds. It's verifiable. There's someone from the family that confirmed it. Funeral home confirmed it. That is fact. Okay, when you have a story that is hearsay. Now, I'm not saying it didn't happen. It may or may not have happened. But when you are presenting it, you have a duty to your audience to back it up with legitimate proof that it happened, i.e., security footage, locations on Facebook that those individuals were there, them confirming they were there. That's what journalists and content creators are supposed to do. So what I would do if I was reporting on this situation, I would contact the club and speak to the director, the manager, whoever is in control of the floor. And I would say, on this date, at this time, did these two individuals attend the club? Was there a fight reported? Did security talk about a fight? And I'm going to guarantee that I think if this story is deemed to be true, which I don't know if it is or not, this would have been reported by multiple locations, including Cosa Nostra News, Gangland News, The gangster report. Listen, let me make this clear. Scott Bernstein is a dear friend of mine. I talk to him every day. Talked to him last night. Scott Bernstein didn't report on this story. I haven't reported on this story. I can't verify that it's true or not. Now, I want to make this clear. The people that put this story out, they may have inside information. But again, if they do, it is important, and I think that they have a duty to tell their listeners that this is the proof that we have that this happened. That's just my opinion. And that's what I think we need to start doing a lot more in this genre. It's really important. Now, I went off on a tangent, and I'd like to comment to several people here and say hello. Nicholas, how you doing, my friend? Rusty, what's up? How you doing? Stephen Marnell, how you doing, my man? Amen. Hit the like button. 203 people here. Welcome in. Please say hello in the chat. I will get to all of you. My apologies. I should have did this before I went off on my my first thought there. Pasta Patate, how you doing? Benny Fazio, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Jesse Roth, how you doing? Don Vito, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Paulie Walnuts, what's good? Paul Mulvey, Chris Caution, how you doing, man? What's up, New Orleans? Welcome in. Evan S., there's footage of John Gotti going to the club. You can't deny that. I don't know what you're talking about. What the hell are you going on about? All right. Caesar Nola, another person from Nola in the house. Steve Marinello hit the like button. Amen. Damn right. Thank you, Nicholas. Pistol Pete, how you doing? Hearsay doesn't fly in court. Exactly. That's important. It's important that we understand that. Kevin Nanas time. What's going on, man? Even John Alite embellishes things and he's killed one person. That's what come out in court. He's a fraud. Listen, I'm not deciding whether John Alite is a fraud or not. I think we all know John Alite very much embellishes the stories that he was involved in. Look, the truth of the matter is he did not know about Paul Castellano being killed. That was a top secret mission. There are only a few people that knew. He definitely didn't know. That being said, I get there are a lot of people that don't like him. It's important, though, for all of you to understand where I'm coming from. I don't like or dislike anybody in this business. I don't. Okay, I'm going to report on what I know as something I can get, tangible evidence, bringing people on that knew these individuals. That's as much as I can do. Okay, I don't know John Alite. I don't like him. I've never talked to the man, quite frankly. But it's important that we realize no matter who it is, we've got to give them the same respect of providing fact with the stories that we're bringing in, right? So look at, like I said, most of the Catolo stuff. All of the stuff that I got from that stuff was from people that were connected to this, people that knew him, people that wrote books on him, people that have reported on this stuff for years and are verifiable. That's important. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate that, man, so much. What's up, Honor and Silence? School is in session. Thank you, Brian Taylor. Welcome in. Listen, Evan S., enough. Evan S., fucking relax, bro. Evan S. is blowing this feed up. Evan S., cut it out, bro. Please. Enough, dude. Enough. Thank you, Nicholas. Appreciate that. Alan Blue, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Mo, 199 Super Chat. It's true. I was there. I'm a biker. I don't know what you're talking about there. Joey Molino, what's going on, my man? Keep up the great content. Thanks, man. What's up, Joey Frakes? Hello from Jersey. What's up, Keith? What's up, Bleak Futures? What's up, Attilio Bruno? Says, is there mob activity around Mulberry Street? There's a couple of guys still around there, for sure. Anthony Rucci, what's going on? What's going on, Fanatic? Thanks for being here, man. First thing I did was hit the like button. Thank you, man. Fade the Noise says, I'm not a rider. Well, that's good to hear. Nagone, how you doing, man? All right, man. I'm not going to see you later, man. Some of these people just give you a fucking headache. It's like, bro, enough with your blowing this chat up with the same comments. If Alite wanted to, he could have killed everyone in that club with his bare hands. And they said Dow was about to. Yeah, like, I don't know what was going on. I don't know whether the story is true or not. I just think it's important that we provide fact with the comments that we're making. That's just my opinion. Providing proof. I think that's important in this genre. And I know that not everybody's going to do that. All I can do, though, is worry about what I do, and that's the goal. Why would the people connected to the club say something happened in their club? But I know there would have been phones videoing it. That was Danny's story and not Lee's. Is Danny lying? Listen, I don't know if people are lying. I'm not gonna make those claims. I would just like to see some proof of some of the stuff. That's all. And look, I know some of these cats will take this as a negative thing. It's not. Listen, Lee and I have had our problems in the past. He said some stuff about me that he shouldn't be saying. And I think we've all said stuff about people. Again, I'm not in this to make enemies with people. I just think, we have to get to the point where we're putting that stuff out there, the fact stuff, right? Putting a video out and just saying you heard something from someone. And look, I don't think it's any secret. Those two individuals do not like that individual, right? They both sling mud at each other, right? It's interesting timing to me. That's all, right? That's just my point here. What's up, Rowan? How you doing, man? Irish Style, what's going on, man? Thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm actually moving soon. I'm not real worried about what furniture decorators here, man. Sorry. Why are you so worried about my background? It's not a big room, man, to be honest. All my furniture's here. I got a TV, I got lamps, I got a big desk here. Jeff, my girlfriend said your videos are boring. Well, look, I mean, I guarantee I'm not the norm for most women. I don't know if they like my content. All right. Rob Leto says John was in Chicago that day. Interesting. That's, and look, that's something we could look at. If we had a date, we could look at through, listen, ultimately, it's very difficult to, put out a ton of realistic facts with this. I think what I would have done is I would contact the club directly and ask what happened that day, because that's what reporters do. And all I'm saying is if this stuff happened, there's not a lot going on in the mob. This would be reported by other, for instance, let me make this clear. Let me relate this. And maybe people will see what I'm saying. There was a story several months ago that Michael Cookie D'Urso got into a fight with Larry Mazza. It was reported by multiple outlets. Jerry reported it. A couple other outlets reported it, right? Okay. I'm not saying that's the holier than thou thing, but the truth is, I talked about this with Anthony Raimondi when he made claims that he was involved with the mafia. There's no verifiable way of us proving that. It's truly him just saying what he feels. That is not fact. So, for instance, if I say I have $2 million on my kitchen table right now, could be true, but it might not be true too. Now, for me to verify that and provide it with fact is I would take a camera over and show you that, hey, here's me, here's the 2 mil. That would be fact. Now, you could also say, well, that could be fake money. Correct. Now, to verify it completely, I could have a person from the Federal Reserve verify that the money is real from the U.S. Mint. That would be evidence, information. So, for instance, don't all of you think that one of the most interesting people, according to many, in this genre, probably outside of Gravano and Franzese, whether we like it or not, is likely John Alite. He is mentioned a lot. The truth would be that if this actually happened, I would have to imagine multiple outlets would have reported on it. I know Scott would have. And I could call Scott right now if we really wanted to, and we could ask him directly. He's a reporter, right? We could call him, couldn't we? Maybe we'll do that. I do want to get into what's going on with the Bonanno crime family. I think that's important. I think it's important that we talk about what really went on that day at the funeral home in Glen Cove, Long Island. I want to give you a little background on Joe Camarano Jr. And I think really, and I do want to give some people some respect on this. Hey, Richie, how you doing? Fat Bald Sicilian's in here. Good to see you, my man. Welcome in. Castellano hit would have been top secret. It absolutely would have. It absolutely would have. Brian Taylor, you're on a different level. Listen, Brian, but again, like some of you folks come in here and say, oh, you're on it. What does that mean exactly? I look at myself as an important part of this genre. Just like I think Black Handprint Mafia is an important part of this genre. OC Shorts. You know, guys, Gary Jenkins put out a terrific interview today with an individual that was hanging out with Lefty Ruggiero in prison. Just terrific content, man. Really good stuff. I think for me, it's important that I say these things because there are a lot of people in this business that are saying things that have, and it's also just about saying things about other people. If you're going to say someone did something, you should have proof of it. And I'm going to tell you right now, just because someone says they don't like you on YouTube, that is not a suable offense. Okay, I hate to tell you. I had just video on in the car. Welcome in. I'm glad to have you. Thanks for being here. What's up? How you doing, my friend? Andrew Bell, I like your videos, your podcast, very informative. You, OC Shorts, and Black Hamper. Thank you. Thank you. Fatbolt Singh, can we verify that's really him? I believe it is. He says, we did contact the club directly. They had no idea what we were talking about. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Listen, if I'm a club, you know, and someone calls me and says, hey, I'm with this, you know, whatever, I think it's probably their due diligence to tell what really happened. M. Soretti, what's going on, man? How you doing? Johnny Mags BBQ, what's up? All right, I want to get into this Bonanno crime family funeral, what went on here. And this is, I think, really just a disgusting act by Michael the Nose Mancuso, if he actually ordered this behavior to go down. So a little background on all this. I actually got a call back in early July when this all happened, when Vito passed away. Frank Fiordolino reached out to me. And Frank is a friend. He's a guy that I've worked with. He was actually been on some recent shows. Frank called me and told me that Vito passed away at 82. Now, Frank knew directly because Frank worked under Vito basically for most of his career. Vito's from Ridgewood, Queens, has a bakery called House of Bread, Grimaldi's, right in Ridgewood. It's been a mainstay in Ridgewood forever. Soldier for a long period of time. Then he became a capo regime out of Ridgewood. Okay, big high up guy. Vito had passed away, and the background of Vito is his son's involved with the life. His daughter married Joe Camarano Jr. Okay, Joe Camarano Jr. Is this individual. Now, Camarano is the son of Joe Camarano Sr. Now, Camarano Sr. was a very high-up individual in the early 2000s. If you remember, when Joey Messino went away in 2003, he established a board of directors, if you will, for the Bonanno crime family. He established a couple of guys that were in control of the day-to-day running of the family. They included Vinny Basciano, Vinny Gorgeous, James Tartaglione, they called him Louie, Tony Green Urso. Urso was Messino's guy, very close with him, and Joe Camarano Sr. Okay, this is important information. Those four were the ruling body of the family when Joe Messino went away. Sal Vitale went away. Ultimately, Tartaglione was wired for sound, and Urso and Camarano Sr. were arrested. Tartaglione was a rat. And actually, at one point, got Urso on camera talking about he wanted to kill the kids of Sal Vitale, all sorts of stuff. So Camarano Sr. goes away. Eventually, Vinny Basciano takes over. He's only the boss for like 8-9 months, gets arrested in November 2004. Michael the Nose Mancuso allegedly takes over control of the family. It's a domino effect in the Bonanno crime family, like others. Messino, ruling body, Vinny Bosch, Mancuso. Now, Mancuso, in 2006, gets arrested for his role in the murder of Randolph Pizzola. Okay, as I said in the video on Michael Mancuso, at that time, Dominic Cicchelli was told by Mancuso to get rid of Pizzola. And that's when he hired Anthony Aiello to do the deed, allegedly. Aiello got 30 years. Mancuso got 15 years in federal prison. He pleaded guilty, didn't go to trial, got 15 years. He goes off to jail. Now, other people had control of the family as an acting boss. Vinny TV, Badalamenti, Sal the Ironworker, Montano was acting boss at one point. He got whacked. Eventually, Michael the Nose from prison orders Joe Camarano to be acting boss on an acting basis. Now, it's important to understand the geography of these people. Mancuso is in the Bronx. Camarano, he's not in the Bronx. He's away. He's in Queens, other places. Lived in Long Island. Now, if you know anything about Camarano, it is important to realize Joe Camarano is a very respected individual. And I want to give John Panisi some credit. Never thought I'd say that. John and I don't have the greatest relationship, but I do want to give the respect. He made some very cogent comments recently about Camarano, and they are verifiable. I've heard a lot of people say the same thing about Joe Camarano. He's a very respected individual, a low-key guy, stay out of the shadows, make money, not headlines, not offending people, not doing things that are not Cosa Nostra. He comes from a long line of mobsters. That's important. His father was a big-time guy. Now it's reason to believe that he had the ability and he should have been boss. So becoming acting boss was important for the Bonanno family because this is the type of individual that really goes with what the five families are now. They're a make money, not headlines. There's an edict. We're not causing hits. We're not doing stupid shit. That's an edict pretty much everywhere now. Okay. Now, during his prison stay, it's alleged that Camarano basically says, look, I've been the boss a couple of years now. Let me pull my captains and see what they think about me becoming the official boss. Because Michael the Nose is locked up. He's, gone. Now, obviously, Mancuso gets pissed off about this and shelves Joe Camarano, as well as Vito Grimaldi, his father-in-law, and Joe Grimaldi, his son. So a lot of people are shelved for this little stunt by Camarano. Mancuso looked at it as a sign of disrespect, kind of is. But Camarano, I think, had the family in his thoughts. He wanted to put them first. He felt like being official boss was the way to go. Now, also, being shelved, that's important. People think, oh, okay, you just can't come around. No, it's like the Amish. They basically disown you. You have no connection with the family whatsoever. And as people in that life have talked about being shelved, it's basically like the mob saying to you, listen, we can't kill you, but if we could, we would. Instead, get the fuck away, go away, stay away. And that's what they did to Joe Camarano, Vito Grimaldi, all these people. Okay, so let's take it to present day. Mancuso gets out in 2019. Camarano and Grimaldi off the street, they're shelved. Now, Grimaldi's out of the life pretty much. He's 82, runs his bakery, boom, boom, boom. But his son's involved. Joe Sr.'s or Joe Jr.'s involved. A lot of people involved. Grimaldi dies a few weeks ago. Now, they're both shelved. So whatever Mancuso says is null and void because they're not in the mafia anymore. So it really doesn't matter what Mancuso says. That's what's so odd about the situation. Michael Mancuso has no legitimate power to tell Camarano anything. He shelved them years ago. So there's no reason for him to say anything. This is not a mob matter. Mancuso tells Camarano that he is not allowed to go to the funeral. Now, remember, this is the father-in-law. His father-in-law, his wife's father dies. And another individual who is not your keeper anymore. You have nothing to say. You're not involved with that life anymore, according to Mancuso. He shelved you. He allegedly told Camarano he cannot show up at the funeral. Which, again, it's my father-in-law. I'm going. Now, I'm not married, but if I was, I would go. Now, it's also alleged that at the funeral on July 19th, the wake, Camarano was walking up to the casket. Supposedly, John Spirito Jr., seen here. A little background on John Spirito Jr. He's the son of John Spirito Sr. Spirito is very close with Mancuso, Basciano, all those guys, the Bronx guy. Spirito Sr. was involved with the George from Canada hit many years ago. Him and Patty from the Bronx lit George from Canada up in a Mercury Mountaineer in Manhattan. It's a widely reported story. Now, John Spirito Jr. Took and got into the family business. At one point, I've heard stories that John Sprito Jr. went to see his father in prison, and without any sort of confirmation, he claims that his father said he was the underboss of the family, and he went back and told people in New York about it. Just a lunatic. Was arrested at one point outside of court. He was a pot dealer, supposedly. His mother said on camera, like, get the camera out of our face. It was pretty funny, honestly. But so Sprito's there. Ernie Aiello's there. Ernie Aiello is Mancuso's cousin. And another individual called Johnny Mulberry Scriamamano is there. They attempt to hit Camarano. They connect and start fighting him. The problem for the Bonanno guys is, this is a major embarrassment. Doing this at a funeral is completely out of line. Completely. This is something that would never go on ever in the mafia. This is, again, going to show you where the mob is today. This kind of behavior against a guy that was not even in the mob anymore because of the boss told him he wasn't in the mob anymore. This guy has no basis to tell Camarano anything. A fight ensues. The problem that the Bonanno guys have is Camarano brings members of a motorcycle group that he's close to. Now, it's important to realize this motorcycle group, from what I understand, they're not one percenters. They're not one percenters. I don't know of them being one percenters. Look, I don't really talk motorcycle crews, but they're not one percenters as far as I know. But they do know Camarano. And from what I understand, Camarano is a big Harley guy, from what I've heard. Always at Harley spots, doing his thing. They jump in, dole out a beating. Big melee ensues. Families there, kids are there. This is a funeral. Think about that. You go to a funeral home, and we've all been to funeral homes. It's a very macabre environment. There's little soft music being played. There's little barriers up. I mean, this is as we know, at least to me, I'm Catholic. Funeral is a very, it's a sad but very important time in any Catholic's life. Okay, I've been to many Catholic funerals. In churches, in funeral homes, I've been to all of them. We know what they are. This is an absolutely disgusting act if this was ordered by Mancuso. Now, Mancuso has said through his lawyer, I guess his lawyer reported that Mr. Mancuso had no connection to this. But this is really a disgusting act. And you have to wonder, what happens next here? Because I guarantee the other groups that are in that life are not happy about this. Okay, they are trying to be quiet. Look around the country with the mafia. We've talked about it. This is not an overarching criminal enterprise anymore. They're not the foremost criminal enterprise anymore, right? They're not, a huge street gang. They're not cartel. They're not that. They're not a preeminent group as far as leadership is concerned anymore. The goal is to make money and not headlines. We don't hear about them much. You look at the last mob murder. I mean, true mob murder, it's been years ago. Colombo's, there hasn't been a mob murder for years. A lot of these families. It's just a really pathetic act to me, a really pathetic act. I want to open the show up to questions, comments. I'd like to hear from you. What do you think about this situation? And I want to talk about some of your comments. Jeff, do you know of any funeral hits? I know Scarfo was going to hit Salvi at Joe Punge's aunt's funeral, but they called it off because of police outside. I don't know of any funeral hits, no. I know that, there have been certain bosses that have said, don't show up at funerals, things like that. But no, I don't know of any funeral hits. Now, this kind of behavior is stuff that I've seen. Like, I know of a story of Bobby Lombardi in Chinatown in New York in the 80s, 90s. There was an individual, a Vietnamese person, David Tran, that took over and tried to take over the criminal activity in Chinatown. He was part of a group called Born to Kill. He tried to take over control of Benny Yang, Johnny Yang's operations. They were part of the Chinese syndicate. At a funeral, certain individuals shot up the funeral. I've heard stuff like that in Asian organized crime, but not in any mob crime funeral. Not that I know of. Thank you, Christopher Toro. People appreciate that. Just got through listening to the Gambino Stock King. Excellent work. Yes, that brings me to my next point. 380 people in here. Thank you for being here. Please hit the like button. A new podcast out today. We talked about an individual called Salvatore Romano, the Gambino Stock King, a man that made tens of millions of dollars for the Gambino crime family through the stock exchange, through pump and dump stocks. You can click the link in my description below and go check out the podcast. Someone says, are you calling Danny Trio a liar? No, I don't believe that ever came out of my mouth. I didn't direct that at anyone. I think it's important that we do due diligence, especially for someone. And I know Danny has a Facebook group. I think he knows, I think he's all about it. I think he knows that, and I think he would agree that there should be some fact to things. Like 10 people already did this Bonanno funeral thing. Then don't watch. We're mob channels here. Go away then. I don't really care what you think, man. I'm a mob channel. This is what we talk about. All right. What family is currently strongest? Look, they're all doing things to try to stay in the shadows, my friend. All right. Is Joey Messina in the witness protection program or living out in the open with his real name? As far as I know, he is in a nursing home. He's not well. He's very old at this point. From what I understand, I believe he's still in the program. I believe. I don't know if any reason to believe he's not in the program anymore. Omerta is a thing of the past given the advent of metaverse. Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. All right, we're not going to allow people to make fun of other people. Don't call people names. Listen, you don't like people, that's fine. But go to their show and tell them that. We're not going to do that on this channel. Chris Butt says, if Scott Bernstein had a cousin that was present, then it happened. But if Danny Trio's cousin saw it, the whole thing, you demand more proof. What a clown. No, that's not what I said. I think you're having trouble listening, Chris. And listen, that's some of the problems with some of you folks. You're not listening. As I said, whether it's Danny Trio, Scott Bernstein, Jeff Nadu, anybody, if we present a story, it's important that we provide proof that it happened. Hearsay is not fact. That's what I'm saying. It's important that you listen. And Scott Bernstein would not post a story without some sort of write-up. If you want, I can call Scott and he can tell you that. I'm just using Scott as an example. It seems like you're not too smart. It doesn't seem like you understand much. But that's okay. Obviously, we all have those people that aren't very smart. Burrito is a dope, says comments. Yes, I've heard that. I've definitely heard that. Yeah, it is a lack of respect. It really is. If Mancuso really ordered this and he doesn't do anything, that is not going to end well with anyone. Yeah, you're 100% right about that. Listen, man, you can give your opinion. I have no problem with opinions. On this channel, one thing we strive to do is no matter who you support, you're able to come on this channel. But if you start calling people names, you start making stupid comments about this and that, you're out. We coexist in this chat. There are people from people, I know we have to pick sides sometimes in this genre, but people from all sides are in here. I've said before, I'll make examples. Carlos Muniz, Big Lou. I've seen those guys in here. They don't like certain people. We have people from the other side in here. We don't do that here. That's the problem. Everyone believes that if you don't like someone's content or you're asking for more, whatever, you don't like people. It's just really corny, man. Why doesn't anybody talk about Herbie Sperling? I don't know. I'm not sure. Mancuso should be forced to sit. All right, man. God, man, some of these people are just fucking weird, man. What else do we have here? What was the name of the motorcycle club in that funeral fight? It's out there. You can look that up. I forget what Pistons or something. I don't have it in front of me, but they're not a 1%er club as far as I know. Timothy Sullivan, what's going on, my man? How you doing? Mo, 199 super chat. Thank you, Mo. American Italians work sloppier than the Zips. Yeah, seems like that. Clint says, any thoughts on the theory going around that Tommy Karate was the creator of Bitcoin? No, I've not heard that. I've not heard that. By the way, guys, one of the big things that I would say about all content creators is we have to remember that content creators are here to entertain you, whether it's mob content, whether it's whatever they do. If you would like to give to the channel, I would gladly appreciate it. A lot of the time we give money back to our audience. We've done multiple giveaways. Who's won? Grambino's won. Sis has won. People have won. We've done many giveaways. A lot of the time the money goes back into your pockets. If you'd like to give to the channel, please send us in a super chat. I would greatly appreciate it. All right. Give us your Super Bowl pick. I'm going to go with the LA Chargers. That's my Super Bowl pick. LA Chargers. What's up, DJ Kaz? How you doing, my man? Let's do the Nikki Scarfa movie. It has to be 5 hours long or a series. Yeah, it would be long. It would be long. Thank you, Common Sense. Welcome in, my friend. Yes, if you think someone might enjoy this show, please make sure you let them know. And if you haven't, make sure you subscribe. Have you done any videos on Francesco Cali? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I did a video on his assassination, and I did info on him and the individual that supposedly did it, a person called Anthony Camello. Where are you located? Are you an actual Italian-American in New Yorker? I am in Pennsylvania, and no, I am not Italian, and no, I am not a New Yorker. Does that make me not allowed to talk about the mob? Get lost if so. Leave the bullshit at the door. Exactly. Or just have a sit down and say, stay the hell away. That would have been a better option. Was the Soprano show based on Richie the Boot Boyardo? Grew up near his home. Thanks. There is talk that there is some parts of Tony Soprano that were based on Richie the Boot. There are also parts of Vinny Ocean and other people. David Chase has said that no one insular person was the basis of the character, but in essence, several characters. So, no, not completely, but some of it, sure. Do you think Ronnie G could be a major player? I have no idea, man. Ronnie G is a long stretch in front of him, but he took his time, so we'd have to imagine, he'll come home and do what he does. Supposedly, Sprito Jr. started straightening out his friends without passing their names around. Yes, I've heard that. I think Panisi's talked about that. That's definitely interesting. I've heard that, absolutely. Bruno Delicato is dead. Not that I know of. As far as I know, he is alive and well. Was there Genovese crews in Queens? Yes, there's a couple. I know right now there's a guy that was recently in the news, Anthony Romanello. He's out of Corona, Queens. Yes, absolutely. There's Queens crews. Interesting. Thank you, Martin. He says Danny said he wouldn't vouch for his cousin's story, but he doesn't see a reason why his cousin would lie. And that's respectful. That is respectable by Danny Trio. Listen, I like Danny Trio. Seems like a nice guy. Definitely a guy that was in the streets, moving around, and, may have seen some things in his life. I have no issue with that. I have no issue with any of these people. That's what he should say. This is something I heard. Take it for what you want. And I'm sure that's what he said. What's your view on Campos? Which one? There are two Camposes. Do you think the Pats will have a better record than Miami or the Jets? I like Mac Jones. Do I think they have a better record than Miami? No, I don't. I actually think Miami's going to be quite good this year. I like their defense. Obviously, involving Tyreek Hill in this team is huge. They've needed a big-time receiver for a long time. And I think Tua will instantaneously benefit from this. So, absolutely. I think the Miami Dolphins will be second best in the AFC East. You don't have to be Cosa Nostra. Most people, especially grown, don't want their real life public. Yeah, definitely true. Greetings and salutations. What's up, Falconetti? Welcome in. Welcome in. Anyone that knows the mafia knows that A-Light is full of shit 95% of the time. A non-made guy would never be involved in all the things he says. I don't disagree with you there. As far as who John A-Light was in the streets, I definitely know that he definitely was around when he was younger. He was definitely doing things. He was definitely moving drugs. He was cool with Joe Kane. They were very much involved with the drug trade. He definitely knew John Gotti Jr. I think that's really just them trying to insulate themselves from saying they didn't know him. Look, do I think he was a high-ranking member of the Gambino family? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But was he an associate of the family? For sure. I think, and I've said this before, I'm sure John would agree, John Alite. If John Alite was connected with, I don't know, pick anybody. Pick anybody that's not John Gotti Sr. He probably wouldn't be as interesting. He knows that. We all know that, right? I mean, anybody knows that. John Gotti was larger than life. Everybody knows who he is. His name's huge. If Sammy Gravano was connected to, let's say it was someone in another family from years ago or something, I don't think he'd have been as interesting. I just don't. If Michael Franzese didn't make billions of dollars in millions of dollars in the gas tax thing, wasn't connected to Sonny, would he be as interesting? No. And that's why some guys on here are really interesting and have a ton of followers, and some people don't, because they don't have as interesting of story. That's the truth. Why don't you do videos on ABI or any Italian organized crime in general? They're really running the Bronx with an iron fist. First of all, because ABI is a youth organization. As far as Albanian organized crime in general, I'll do a show on Rudai very soon. Look, listen, I know a couple of guys in ABI from many years ago. A lot of them aren't even in New York anymore. They've moved. They don't even live in New York anymore. By the way, shout out to some of the great rappers from Albanian descent. Dolphinum, my guy, one of the best Albanian rappers out. Shout out to my guy BXA as well. Great men, good Albanians, good people. All right. Do you think the mob is still in the music business? Maybe a one or two guys is connected. No, not that I know of. William Brooklyn, welcome in, my friend. Thanks for being here, my man. You have a decent amount of people that watch and enjoy your show. I know I do. Why do you feel like you have to buy live views, subs, and likes? Here we go. Listen, Oversized Deb, you want to come on the show? We could talk about this. I'll tell you directly what I think about what you said. Listen, guys, this is the problem, again, with this genre. People, because they can't do things, they make things up. The good thing is it's only a solitary few people. The 99% of people that watch my show love it, they enjoy it, and they truly enjoy what I'm doing. So people like you, you don't have proof of that. I think nowadays, just because someone grows and is successful, they've bought subs. I don't buy subs. I've never bought subs. I'll take a lie detector test to that. Not that I need to explain anything to you. The thing about you that you don't understand, Overseas Zip, is that, and a lot of people don't understand this about me. Okay, I was associated with one of the largest media companies in the country. In fact, I still am. Okay, I have a podcast that has hundreds of thousands of downloads per month. I have Twitter accounts with 70, 80,000 followers combined. I have the ability to share this channel constantly. And on top of it, I do great content. It's just that simple. I know people like you don't want to hear it. And I'm sure you're sitting in a job right now you hate and watching me and saying, damn, why can't I do that? Well, the truth is, Overseas Zip, because nobody knows who the fuck you are. That's simple. If you want, I'll gladly drop a link and I can tell you this to your face, just like any of you people. Most of you will never be me. It took me a long time to get to this point. There are a select few in this genre that can do what I do. And I've talked about them. And they, like me, will get to the land of the sun. The rest of you will watch in dismay and be upset and make things up like this. This is the common thing now. If you were good at something, you didn't do it correctly. Well, let me tell you something. I worked very hard to get to where I am, to solely live off content. I've been able to do this for years now. I don't have a regular job. My job is to create something so people enjoy it. That's how I make money. That's how I have a BMW out front. That's how I can go and take a vacation and enjoy my life. That's how I was able to fight in front of thousands of people and make six figures doing it That's how I've been able to do this, through my hard work. I don't think you quite understand the love and the success that you can have when the internet works for you. But nowadays, there are people like you who are salty that they can't do it. And that's where this nonsense comes from. These are bitter people that don't know this internet. They don't know anything about it. And I will be damned if I give them any more coverage on this channel. Because the truth is, they don't deserve it. Their name doesn't deserve to come out of my mouth. And yes, I'm arrogant because I do all this shit. I don't just sit here and tell you about it. I actually do it. That's the difference between me and all these other people. They tell you they're going to do this and do that. They never do it. I tell you I'm going to fight, I go fight. I stepped in that ring. That's something most people won't do. I'm not a fighter. If my life is at risk, I'm going to shoot you in the fucking head. It's that simple. If you come in my house at night when I'm sleeping, you're getting a Glock 19 to the fucking head. And that's what any man would do to protect his home. But the truth is, I enjoy being cool to people. Respect. Hey, you don't like what I'm doing? That's cool. Maybe I can get you to like what I'm doing. I don't need to prove that I'm some criminal. I'm not. I've never been arrested. We've all done illegal stuff occasionally. Have I gotten caught? No. Am I saddened that people in my life are in prison and they didn't listen to me or follow in my footsteps? Yeah, I am. I'm not going to come on here and tell you I was this or that. I'm not. I'm just someone that enjoys talking about the mafia. That's it. That's what I do here. And that's what people like. That's what people respect. I'm not here to hurt people's feelings. I'm here to just have fun and tell stories. That's just the internet, man. You could cure cancer and people say, well, you didn't do it quick enough. That's how people are, man. Thank you, Brian Taylor. There's a couple of people that say it, but and then this is the comment back. A completely blind, completely ignorant comment. Now, this is what these people do. This is the similar troll trajectory. Say something real stupid. You get asked to come on the show and defend your comment, and then I respond with a very passionate plea, and it's, I'm triggered. Brother, let me tell you something, man. I urge you to realize I've dealt with way worse people over the internet over the years than you. I guarantee when I get off here, I walk into my apartment, I get ready to go work out, I'll enjoy a nice meal tonight. This weekend, I'll have my girl come up, we'll enjoy our time. I'm not triggered, I promise you. The internet doesn't affect me like some of the people on here. It doesn't. I don't care. But here's what I'm going to say, Overseas Zip. I'm going to give you one opportunity. I'm going to drop the link for you, and you could come on the show. If you don't come on the show, I will take that as weakness, and you will be removed from this show. Because now you're starting to cut into my business, and that's not going to happen here. So do me a favor, is back up your comments or leave. And if you don't leave, I'll place you in there and leave. I'm going to do a reaction to it, actually. Over 400 people in here. Thank you for being here. If you have a question, please reach out and say hello if you're new. Please subscribe. Please show love. It all means a lot to me in this channel. All right. Show your face, Lou.
Yes, how you doing, Jeff?
Hey, Lou. What's up?
Big fan.
You too. What's up?
Talk more about the mafia. Fucking don't listen to the people.
Yeah, I'm just giving them some love today. It's important that they hear what I'm saying. It's important that where are you from, man?
Ignore it. London.
Shout out to Cockney.
Yeah.
Are you Cockney?
No.
Is this a real accent or are you kidding around?
No, it's real. It's real. I'm
You sound
I'm
like
just
Green.
surprised. I'm just surprised I'm speaking to you.
Oh, it's cool. Thanks for being here, man.
I just see
I
the
love you.
link and I clicked it. Thank you.
I love it. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for your support.
No worries. Take it easy, Jeff. Have a good one.
It's
Nice
good
talking to
talking
you.
to you. Take it easy, man. He sounds like the guy in Green Shoe Hooligans. Great film, by the way. All right, here. What do you think about the Priscos? You're going to do a Purple Gang episode? Sure. We'll probably talk to Scott Deitch about that. But we talked a little bit about that with Mancuso. Thank you, Jose Ramirez. Thanks for being here, man. Can you show us the other side of the room, what it looks like? I mean, it's just a closet, really. I mean, you want to see in front of me? I can't really do that because my computer is, I'd have to like pick it up and move it around. I'll take a video at some point and I'll post it. What's up, Ben? How you doing, man? What's going on? Richie, what's good? Absolutely. And by the way, he didn't show up, so no surprise there. Jeff Nate had a great name before. What he does here is great content, factual stories, and humor. Absolutely. Rob Leto says, "What did I miss?" Well, you missed a lot, but it's okay. All right, Overseas Zip. See you later, man. Take it easy. Thanks for coming. Thanks for adding to us today. All right, where's William here? William's asking dumb questions, supposedly. Yeah, listen, William, I didn't think that was real funny first time. I'm not going to think it's funny now. You're not going to listen. You're not going to come on here and talk about other creators. It's just not. Look, you want to talk about other people, that's fine, but don't be a dick, man. I mean, that's just stupid. Exactly, Parasite Slayer. Exactly. What's up, Ferdolino? How you doing, bro? Hey, Lorraine, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming in. Don't let them rent space in your head. I don't. I just like messing with them, man. Lorraine Vitolo, thank you so much. I love the show you did on Jimmy Napoli. I grew up in Williamsburg in the 50s. Wow, that's very interesting, Richard. I'm sure you saw many amazing things. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. Glad you enjoyed the channel, man. Appreciate that, D. Cole. Thanks for being here, man. Who cares what trolls think? Yeah, true. Joe Sonnenblock says, I had my communion party at Jimmy Knapp's joint on Lorimer Street. Wow. So many interesting people in here, man. I'm sure they've seen so many interesting things. What's up, Mustache Pete? Thanks for being here, man. Luciano Briganti, why do people insist Gotti Sr. didn't take plea deals? Nobody said he did. Nobody said that. We said he didn't like people taking plea deals. Okay, we know that. And he didn't take a plea deal. He got it knocked down to manslaughter. That's what happened, Briganti. It was a good lawyer. What's up, Animal Capone? I already did. We spent a lot of time on that, actually. You can't come in an hour in and say, hey, is the chief thing you talked about, can we talk about that? We definitely talked about it. Do you think the John Alite fight in the Tampa club was legit? Well, I mean, I'd like to see some proof, some security footage or something. That's usually what you do when you say there was a fight somewhere. Oh, yeah, so I'm sure it's true, Parasite Slayer. Just because he got in a fight before, it's got to be true, right? Billy Bats, back from the dead, says, great show. What's up, Billy Bats? Thanks for being here. By the way, we have touched 400 in here today, which is great. Thank you for being here. Please hit that like button. Check out all my content on the channel. Yeah, but see, that's the thing, Jared Boston. You wouldn't have to do that if there was some proof. But guys, listen. You ever see First 48? They do a great job of providing stuff, right? And they let you decide. This is what we saw. So there's a shooting. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to go and find surveillance cameras and all that kind of thing, right? That's what you do. There would be a camera from this. There would be something. We live in an age where people take videos of everything. You don't think there would be a filming of this by somebody? Was Louis Ippolito in Goodfellas before or after the Eddie Leno hit? Well, Goodfellas came out in the 90s. So that would be, I think that was, I'd have to look at the dates exactly, but I think it was before. Harry Mick. What's up, man? Did I see the Supreme Team doc? No, I have not. I did not see that. Can we watch your fight anywhere? I think it's on YouTube. It was a mess, man. It was a crazy thing. Do you like Cristiano Ronaldo? Yeah, I like Cristiano Ronaldo. Thanks for being here, Lorraine. Do a show on Tampa. I'm definitely going to do a show on Santos Traficante soon. Absolutely. Carmine S says the fight at Tampa was BS. I was the person that called the strip club. The owner is a friend of a friend. Lee put out a BS story. I confirmed it. Hey, Carmen S., will you come on the show right now? You don't have to show your face. I know you're a legitimate commenter. I've seen you before. Would you come on? You can come on for a couple of minutes if you're around. That's possible. It's definitely possible. And look, I'm also going to say if anybody, Danny's out there and wants to come on, I'd love to talk to him. I mean, no knock on anybody. If Lee wants to come on, he's welcome to come on. I'd like to understand what went on here. What's up, Lefty? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, bro. I don't like some of the things that Lee's been up to. I've been very vocal about that. I've said that many times, actually. I don't like some of the things he's done, at least to me. That's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to. But I'd love to speak to you if you want to come on for a couple of minutes. Question is that Carmine Sessa? I'm just kidding. Francesco Fortalita just cleared it up. Alite was in the Midwest at the time, I believe. He knows John Alite. Thank you, Frank. Okay. Yeah, he definitely does know Frank. What's up? This motherfucker said. How you doing, man? Carmen S., just give me a yes or no if you want to come on. It's all good if you don't. I just thought I'd throw it out to you. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. If somebody called you and said they were from a publication, they're trying to understand if a story happened, you wouldn't do that. No club would do that. I don't bullshit for anyone. A-Light wasn't there. Yeah, I know you don't. I'm not saying you. You want to come on, Frank? You can come on for a couple of minutes. Okay. All right. Well, Carmine asks. I mean, it's helpful if we could talk to you directly. It's the thing is, like, no one ever wants to talk about this stuff. It's like they want to do things, but they don't want to talk about it. Like, you don't have to come on and like show your face. I get it. You're cutting into my nap time. I'm old. Well, you don't have to watch. You could watch later, Mike. But thanks for being here. Yeah, neither am I. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just thinking that, like, if I put a video out and said, "Hey, something happened last week from the Genovese family," it's like, well, okay, well, how do you know that? Like, do you have any proof? I don't know. Carmen S. claim says, I can confirm the owner is a good friend of A-Light also. Should I get John A-Light to come on? Frank claims he can make that happen. Should I get him on? I'm trying to feel this here. Francesco Fordolino says, I'm pretty sure he'll come on. Up to you. I really just want to talk about this situation, honestly. What's up, K-Nate? How you doing? I guess I could. Let me see if I can make it happen. Hold on a sec, guys. No, I'm not a mobster. Put a 1 in the chat if I should do it. Mustache Pete says that would actually be dope if you could get him on. Okay, a lot of ones here. A lot of ones here. Gray Jedi, Billy Bats, Parasite Slayer. Well, listen, Lefty. Here's the thing. I'm not saying it's sure or not. I'm giving you the opportunity to whether you want to believe. Like I'm not saying it's sure or not. I'm just saying that we're going to give the opportunity for someone else to comment on this. That's what a good journalist will do. I work at strip club, and we would deny it happened. Well, we don't know if you work there. $4.99 though. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. We're giving people the opportunity to come on if they want to and explain. All right, a lot of ones here. A lot of ones here. I'm working on it, folks. Of course, we would want him on. Xavier James says one. Sir Barrization says one. Okay, guys, stand by. I'm trying to do this as I'm on the show right now. What do you mean, just in case of liability? What does that mean? Mob Entertainment Group says, did John A-Light build that strip club? Yes, he did. Yeah, but again, maybe I should just call the club directly. All I'm saying is I think we should have a little more proof. That's all. Exactly. That's a good point. How's there no police report, no cam footage? No one else heard it. Yeah, no one else has reported it either. That's the thing. I feel like if Capisci talked about all the Gina Borello stuff, he would report this. They reported on the Cookie D'Urso thing as well. All right, I'm getting a number calling me here. Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Who's this, John?
Yeah, this is John A-Light.
John, I'm on the air right now. Is that all right?
Yeah, I don't care. Go on in.
Okay, so
I do this for a living.
I understand.
How's everything?
Everything's okay. So I just wanted to give you the opportunity to comment on this story. Is this
Let me tell you, I tell everybody this, Jeff. I'm doing TV shows. I'm doing TV series. I'm doing Netflix. I do magazines around the world. I'm on boats everywhere. I'm in Sirius Company. These guys, I don't blame them for lying and saying dumb stories because they want a little attention. But I can't bother with every bum dummy on the street that is penniless and is trying to get off my name. So if I did this and I answer every time somebody writes something stupid about me or says something, I'll be wasting my time and my life doing dumb things.
Yeah, so, I understand.
Okay, so we can straighten it out. Anybody who knows me, I post everywhere I've been. So a couple of weeks ago, they said they had an incident in Tampa. Well, there's a problem because if you guys look back on all my Instagram and YouTubes, I was in Iowa. I was on the Mississippi River. I was in Indiana. I was in Illinois. I was in South Side of Chicago with Bugatti, the rapper. I'm not around. So these are just stupid things that got no merit and ridiculous. I mean, so, I'm not going to give these guys a little credence. I get they're trying to get attention. I got that. So, I'm not going to get mad either, but they want attention. So they're getting exactly what they wanted because you're all talking about it. So,
I guess what I would say, though, and what I said is if this were to have happened, I would have seen other people report it. I've only seen one person put this out.
Brother, I'm the most famous guy in Tampa in the last 30 years. They did Cigar City magazine about me. I had 5 clubs in Tampa, 2 nightclubs. I'm on a show. I had 2 nightclubs. Whatever, parking company. So if I spit in one direction, the whole town knows about it. I'll write about it. So they're ridiculous, just childish, ridiculous fucking kid stuff. These guys are grown men. I just don't get it. But, I can't entertain it because it's just, it's obviously.
So you're basically just saying that you weren't even in the area at that time.
I don't have to say it. It's proof. You guys go on
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook, and everything else.
I understand.
I've been traveling.
Okay.
So when they said it happened, I was in Chicago, somewhere, one of those states.
Very good. All right.
And by the way, the guys that own those places are all friends of mine. Everybody knows me in town.
Yeah.
I was one of the biggest club owners in town since 1987. I owned American Cowboy there. I owned 2 American Cowboys, actually. My partner, Cam, was partners with Hulk Hogan and Hobbs down in Ybor City. I owned Moettes and Mirage, and I owned Stampedes. So the whole town knows me from the nightclub business. Everybody knows that.
I understand. Let me ask you one other thing, and then I'll let you go. Down the road, maybe we can get you on camera. We could talk about your life a little bit. Is that all right?
Listen, you're a nice guy. You're a gentleman.
Thank you.
And I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
I'm going to challenge you to show me anywhere I embellish.
Fair enough.
Dig in and tell everybody to go find someplace that they say is not true, and I'm going to bring you witnesses by name.
Okay.
By name. I don't just say a story without no witnesses.
I
And the
understand.
same thing with all my money. Everybody went through this already. I give addresses of all my properties, my businesses. So people, when they talk because they don't know or they're jealous or envious or whatever. And in your case, you really don't know. So some of this. So I want you to go dig in and see what I say. If it's accurate.
Let me ask you one other question. A content creator recently said that you and him spoke on the phone about this fight story. Is that true?
Me and who?
Another content creator that put this story out.
Did he talk to me on the phone?
Yeah.
The only conversation I had with him is, you guys want to talk about me all you want? Go ahead.
Okay.
What you did with a 10-year-old kid, I'm not with any of that nonsense. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't.
And I said, you go into my family, I will be the guy I always used to be.
Right,
Stay away
but
from
John,
my family. You want to talk about me for popularity? Go ahead.
right, but
I really don't care.
John, that's one thing that we're. Let's not entertain stuff that as far as on both sides, people shouldn't be saying that something happened that didn't happen, and whether it's involving kids or anything. We're not going to do that. But okay, very good, John. I appreciate you talking here, and maybe we'll talk sometime soon.
I appreciate it. See you guys.
Okay.
I'm Saratoga, by the way, now.
Oh.
In case somebody's not going to eat up.
Enjoy.
See you guys.
Enjoy. Take it easy.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. All right. So I want to first thank Frank Fiordolino for making that happen. Look, I don't know if that really helped or not, but it's important that we go to the source, whether we believe him or we believe the story. All I'm saying is I think that it probably should have been reported a little bit more. That's just my thing, but that's just me. So, okay, guys, I'm going to stay on for a couple of more minutes, and then we are going to get off here. Now, I will say we can have the anyone that has anything to say on this, they're welcome to come on as well. Shout out to Frank Fiordolino again. That was very nice of him for doing that. Okay, old Blue Eyes. We're not going to be mean to other people. Hey, Carlos, how you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. How's everything? Hey, Mustache, thank you, man. Appreciate that. This genre is crazy with all the drama. Do these people have anything better to do? I don't know, man. I think people just have certain agendas, and that's what they want to talk about. Now, I also want to make it clear. as I've said to Angel Gotti, anybody in this genre, I would like to speak to all of you. If you want to come on the show, I'm glad to have you. He decided to take the invitation and come on. Some don't, some won't. But you're welcome to it if you want to. There is always an availability to come on here. I will face anybody and everybody. Thank you, Davis Dean. Appreciate that. Frank the Fixer coming through. Appreciate that. Well, Frank helped. Frank's a good guy, and Frank is very connected, knows a lot of people, and that's important. Rob Zajac, can I come on? I mean, what did you want to come on for? Did you have something you wanted to talk about? I was actually thinking about moving, taking on the show off here. You guys wanted John, and you got him on the Jeff Nadu show. Thank you, Fortalino. I appreciate that. It's possible. We all get bad info. That's possible. Absolutely. Now, and I'm sure there'll be a show about me today. But listen, for me, it's important. Again, we put out quality info. I get people get upset about other people. I'm just asking, if you have a story, put some proof behind it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. It's no disrespect. It's to make you better. That's what I'm trying to say here. Mob Fireside Chat. Good job, Jeff, getting to the bottom of that story. Kudos to you. Thank you, Mob Fireside Chat. Now, that's also important to say. I don't know if we completely got to the bottom of it, but we have all sides presenting their story. That's what's important. Rob Zajac to say hello. Sure. You got to show your face, though. I don't know you real well. I think I've seen you before, but you can come on. Is that Pat Sajak's cousin? Maybe. Listen, John, I think we're good. I think we understand. It's all good, man. No biggie. Yeah, you have to. I think you have to. It's important that we present all sides of the stories. I'm not a fan of Alite as known, but I told you it did not happen. It is easy to prove with a phone call. Thanks, Frank. Absolutely. Yeah, I think there's a few people that do. Mob Fireside, Black Handprint, OC Shorts, Gary Jenkins, a lot of good people on here. All right, JC, what do you want to say, JC?
Hey, what's up, Jeff? I'm not going to turn it into a drama thing, but Alite called me yesterday, and this is before Lee posted any details about what allegedly was said. He called me up and said, I just got off the phone with Lee. I called him up to let him and Danny know that they can talk whatever smack they want. They want to call me gay light, whatever they want to do. That's on them. I don't have time for that, but don't threaten my kid. And he said that Lee then asked him, he said, oh, no, it's fine, blah, blah, blah. This is just for entertainment. And he asked him if he could call me up to see if I could get the rest of the guys that are, cool with me, like FBS and SoFlo, to go light on Lee, to lighten it up, because he doesn't like the heat that we brought him the last few days. So just clearing that up, because some people were asking, did John call Lee or did Lee call John? John told me he called Lee, but the original reason was for the don't threaten my kid behind bars thing. And Lee brought up the whole, can we chill things out? Can you call JC up? And
I think that's, listen, and I thank you for telling me this. I think it's important that, look, if we have kids involved, that shouldn't happen here. Ever.
Yes.
This is a whether people don't like each other or not. I don't care whose side you're on. That's really Bush League. That's pathetic behavior, and it shouldn't be going on. And look, I'm glad they were able to come to some sort of agreement. As far as this is concerned, I'm really just trying to figure out what went on with this whole strip club thing.
Yeah. So anyhow, with that strip club thing, it's one of those things where I guess it's anybody's call. But you as a reporter, a respected journalist, you're not going to report something had happened as fact unless you can back it up. I mean, if some dude approaches you and says, hey, so-and-so told me this, unless they got solid proof, you're not going to put it out there. Neither will anybody else respect.
No, that's exactly right, man. You know, I listen, there are all sorts of things. Like, for instance, let me bring this up. When I did a Joe Watts show, okay, there was a show I did on Joe Watts. There has been people that have come out that have said, including Capisci, that Joe Watts is a confidential informant. That's been said before. Sammy Ravano said it. Now, to me, that could be true, but until I see the 302s, I can't put that information out. You know what I'm saying? And I got tons of comments. Hey, why don't you talk about Joe Watt? You know, I didn't, and I'm not going to. That's out there. But until it's just like in prison. I've never been to prison, but anyone knows people provide their paperwork. They can't provide their paperwork. There's a problem. Now, if you're going around saying that so-and-so is this and that, and you don't have any proof of that, that's going to be a bad end for you. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important that we just do a little due diligence. Thank you for adding to it. And I'm
Take
sure
it easy, Jeff. I got to roll. So thank
Yep.
you for having me on, and good job with the channel. And
Appreciate
just
it.
so you guys know, Jeff is buying subs. He paid me $20 to appear on his show right now. He sent me a Cash App. And so anyhow, he does buy subs. He's been exposed. And now there you go.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, exactly right. Family is off limits. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What's up, Grambino? How you doing, man? Grambino's one. Hey, Grambino, tell people I've sent you money, haven't I? For you want a drawing? You know, I give people. I pay for people's lunch. I send money. I've done it. Gary Jenkins is an ex-prison guard. No, he is an ex-police officer, Kansas City. A police officer, common sense, but not far off. Yep, absolutely. Gangland Wire. Go check that out. I had a great show today about an individual that was cellmates with Lefty Ruggiero. Very interesting. Just joined from Dublin, Ireland. What's up, David Brown? Welcome in, man. Thanks for being here, bro. Keep the heat. Well, listen, it's not about keeping the heat. It's just about having some discussion. We can agree JC is a super geek. Hey, listen, you said it, not me. Geeky, maybe a little. It's about that time, says bye, you nobody. Well, thanks for being here, though. Appreciate you adding to the views. Are you sure you don't pay Jeff a fin to let you? No, by the way, he was kidding. By the way, take all that and run with it. Yeah, see, Grambino's one. He's definitely gotten money from me. Tommy Stiggs, what's up? By the way, I heard someone in my comments say that the time when Jane Creek won, when she donated it to the animal shelter, people said that was not true. Which, by the way, we actually donated live on air that day. But yeah, people will say pretty much anything. Crazy. What's up, Jay Clink? How you doing, bro? Yes, I did. I paid Jessie Ruff 5 different times for all of her personalities to come on. Absolutely correct. Donnie Ragu says, most of us are just here for the entertainment. Crazy to have to pick a team. Jeff has a great show. That right there might be the best comment of the entire show. And I thank you, Donnie Ragu, for the cogent point. Very well said. And that's the thing we must remember about all this thing, this big thing we have here, all these different factions and people that don't like each other. In the end, on Tuesday and Saturday, you're always going to get a video about mafia history. And on Wednesday, you're going to get a podcast. And that's what people want. That's what 95% of the people on here want. It's just that simple. You got 350 on here. Yeah, 360 people. We did have more than that. We had up to 400 at one point. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Yeah, go check out Carlos Munoz. Walt Liquor, thanks, my friend. What's up? Hey, Tommy Stiggs, how you doing, man? Christopher Toro, what's up? All we're saying is give peace a chance, says Casper. Casper the Ghost in here. How about that? Great conversation, but this is kind of high school. He said stuff people should grow up. I mean, but we are talking about the mafia, Derek. We're talking about people that were connected to the mafia. We talked about the Bonanno stuff. What do you want, Derek? Seriously, what do you want me to do here? I'm trying to grow this show, do lives, interact with people. Listen, Derek, let me say this. I'm going to be very nice. Let me run the show, okay? Please. I promise I'll give you good content. Okay, relax. We can only talk about mob stuff so much. There's some of these people that just all they want is mafia content. We're doing mafia content. It's not the kind of content you seem to want, but you can't please everybody. So I just try to please people. Hey, Reels, how you doing, man? Appreciate that. That was very good and well said. Absolutely, Brian Taylor. By the way, I know a lot of you people did not give to me for my birthday. It's important that you do that before you go. Please send me a super chat. Great show. No Fly Ricans. Thanks, man. No Fly Zone. What's up? Is there a lot of known information about Carmine Sessa? Yes, I'll do a show on Carmine Sessa, a mob informant, as we know. Why do we talk on the mob? Because people want to hear about it. That's why. Do serial killer Sundays. Call me. I'm actually thinking about that. I've actually thought about doing some sort of I want to do another channel that talks about war crimes and infamous crimes. Like I'd love to talk about Luca Magnotta and Zarqari and all these different terrorists that killed a bunch of people. Yeah, I would love to. I would love to do that channel. I don't know if it'd be something that people would want, but I would love to. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate that. Thank you for watching, Tony Ducks. M. Clark says, just joined a bit ago. Hope you can keep this up for a couple of hours so I can watch it back. Well, I got to admit, I'm probably going to get off here in just a couple of minutes. I got to get out and work out here soon. What's up, Chris Barnes? Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you jumping in. Knowledge is power. Amen to that. Get a time machine, Davis Dean says. Mob is dead. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's dead, but it's definitely slowing down. What's up, Jeff? Best on YouTube, Mob Genre. Thanks, Nunya. I appreciate that. No, I understand, man. All good. All good. Missing persons and true crime is always entertaining. Yes, one of the best channels for all of that, true crime, gore content, Disturbed Reality. Go check out Disturbed Reality. Absolute best. Go check him out. He's killing it. One of my favorite channels truly on the internet, Disturbed Reality. If you have a weak stomach, I probably would urge you not to check it out. But for someone that consumes gore content that I do, make sure you go check that out. It's a great, great channel. Got a ton of subscribers. He's killing it. Means a lot. Have you ever done a show on Sonny Black Napolitano? No, but we've talked about a lot of those guys. A serial killer podcast would be very popular. I think it would be good. Yeah, I kind of want to do a subset of this show. I kind of wanted to take this show and put it just like the sit down. It's like a mob content, serial killers, true crime, war crimes, all sorts of shit. I wouldn't say I'm hiring just yet, man, but we'll see what happens. I might go back to certain companies. I might need some interns. We'll see. It's all good, Brian Taylor. Just give to your favorite charity, man. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep it up, man. Yeah, absolutely. Have you done a show on Tony Accardo? Yes. In the description below my podcast, we did a long episode on Tony Accardo. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming in and hanging out today. Thank you for the participation. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the likes. Do you know Caleb Presley? The guy's hilarious. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Good man. Good man, Caleb. So, yeah, we'll be back real soon. New video out on Saturday. Make sure you check out that. Go check out the podcast. Check out all my recent videos. Bill Cotolo, Michael the Nose, done a lot of videos recently, so make sure you go check them out. Thank you to Frank Fiorellino for connecting us with John Alite, who called in and chatted a little bit about the recent video that was put out about him. He has said that he was not in the area at that point. Thank you, Jeff. What's up? Appreciate that, Derek. Mob Fireside, thank you. It's me, thank you. Same to you. Thank you, Jesse Roth. Brian Taylor, take it easy. Carlos Munoz, appreciate you. Take it easy, bro. Thank you, Chris. Thanks to everybody. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.